In this lesson, we're going to talk about discount, sale price, and sales tax. A discount is a very common thing that you'll run across as you're out and about in the world, and you really need to have a feel for how big of a discount these various percentages equate to. Percentages can sometimes be a little bit deceiving if you really don't know the change in dollars and cents. Yes, the higher percent discount, the better, but it's best to really start to get a feel for how these work. So let's take a look at this. A discount officially is the amount of money being removed from the selling price, whereas the sale price is the original price minus the discount. This is the amount that you pay when you actually have the discount taken off. And then the rate of discount would be the percentage that's used to calculate this discount. And then we have a formula that we're going to commonly use for this, that the discount is found by taking the original price, multiplying by the percent off as a decimal, and that will tell you the amount of money that's being removed from the original price to get your sale price. Let's do an example. A ping pong table was purchased at a discount of 40% off its original price of $600. What was the amount of the discount, and what was the sale price? Remember that the discount is the amount of money that's being taken off the original price. And to find that, we simply need to do the original price times the percent discount. So that's easy enough to do. For the discount, we'll take the original price of $600 and multiply by the percentage, but I need to write that as a decimal. I get 0.4, and if I calculate that, I get $240 for my discount. This is the amount of money that I'm saving, not the amount of money that I'm paying. Now let's look at the sale price. To find the sale price, we will take the $600 that was the original amount minus the discount of $240. And from there, we find that we're going to pay $360 for this ping pong table. There's actually a way to do this a little bit faster, so let's talk about that. What percentage was the sale price compared to the original price? Let's go back and think about this for a second. If it was 40% off, what percentage is left over? Well, you know that 100% is the whole thing, so we could basically do the following. 100% is the full amount, minus the 40%, which was the percentage off, is 60%. In other words, 60% is the price of the item compared to the original price of the item. Why is that relevant? We call that the complement of a percentage, and so the complement percentage makes it a little bit faster to compute the sale price from the original price. And here's your formula. The sale price is equal to the original price times the complement of the percent off. That is a one-step way to go from original price to sale price. So if you ever hear that something's 40% off, you say, well, there's 60% remaining. I'll multiply the price by 60%, and that's the sale price in one step. Let's try to do this quickly. 175 piece of hardware is 20% off, and we want to know the sale price. Let's calculate the complement percent first, which is simply going to be 100% minus 20%, which is 80%. And honestly, you don't need for me to calculate this for you. You can kind of just say, oh, 20% off is 80% remains. That's the idea of the complement percent. So then, the sale price is quick and easy. You do 175, the original price, times the 80%, which I converted to a decimal here, and I get that the sale price is $140. One step, that's how much you would have to pay when it's 20% off. Let's do another example. The complement percent in this problem would be your 100% minus the 15% rate of discount, which is 85% of the total cost will remain after you take the 15% off. Now again, it's a one-step process. 95 times the 0.85%, which is your complement percent, I get $80.75, and that is the sale price after the discount is applied. Now here's a very meaningful and important application of this formula. If you need to work backwards, if you're told the sale price and you're told that there was a discount of 20% and you want to find out how much it originally was, this is really the only way to solve the problem. And I'll show you how that looks like on the formula, but let me tell you the wrong way to do it. If you were to say 20% of 4880 and add that to 4880, you would actually not get the original price. Why? Because the 20% is of the original price and you don't know the original price. So you can't multiply 20% by anything other than a variable, and by the way, that's going to turn into what I'm talking about anyway. So long story short, because you don't know the original price, you can't multiply the 20% by anything, but you can use the formula I just had. The complement percent would be the 100% minus the 20%, and you'll notice you get 80% remains after the 20% was taken off. Now let's take a look at the formula again. The sale price is equal to the original price times the complement percent. Let's put this in. The sale price was given to be the $48.80. The original price is unknown. Let's call it X. And the complement percent is 80%, which I'll write as 0.80. You'll notice that the strategy that gets you here at this point is to divide by this 0.80. And if you do this on both sides, you should arrive at the original price by this formula. I get $61 was the original price of the item before the 20% discount. Now let's talk about sales tax. Sales tax is added on to the selling price to pay to the government. The formula that we generally use for sales tax is take the original price, or basically however much you're paying, and multiply by this percent tax rate. The percent tax rate is given to you by the government. It varies wildly depending on where you are, and even depending on where you are within a state. And it also depends on what you buy. There's lots and lots of different things involving sales tax as to what can determine the percentage. But what you do is take the price of the item, multiply by the percent tax rate, and if you want to know the total paid after that, you simply add the sales tax onto it. But in this case, it's kind of nice, especially if you're going to be like a business owner, to know exactly how much the sales tax amount is, because you get to keep part of the money and the rest of it you're just taking to give to the government later. Let's look at this example. Suppose a 5% sales tax was added to the $360 ping pong table from earlier. What is our sales tax? Well, let's use the formula. The sales tax will be the original price, which in this case the original price is the amount that we're paying after the discount and everything. The $360 times the percent tax rate of 0.05, and I get $18 is how much tax I need to pay. And then we want to know what is the total paid for the ping pong table. We started with the $360 cost, and we're adding $18 for tax, which gives us a total of $378, including tax, for this ping pong table. There's one more thing that we can do here that's an interesting formula. Again, this isn't used as commonly because you probably want to know what is the tax, but for the consumer, this is meaningful. What if you want to know the price with tax when you're looking at an item? The formula you can use is take the price that you're paying and just do 1 plus that percent rate. So let's say the 5%, you would just multiply by 1.05. And let me show you what this looks like. The price with tax we got to be $378. The original price was $360, and we had to add $18 tax to get there. But now where did the $18 come from? Well, we had $360 still. But the $18 came from 360 times 0.05. Now here's what it boils down to. If I rewrite this, I could factor out a 360. And I'm left with 1 plus 0.05, and look, that's the formula I just told you about. So this formula does work. If you want to get the tax quickly, you can multiply by 1 point, whatever the decimal form of that tax rate is.